We're back, except we are missing Karim today as he can not attend due to some. Uh, what was it? You don't want to
Just flat out,
get a
flat
chance. He
out.
got flat
He's
out.
had some staff movements, and yeah, so he's apologised he couldn't make it this week.
Staff
We can't wait
shortages.
to have him on. So yeah, a few weeks time.
But it's not only happening there. We're beginning to witness this. We're traveling around the country. We're traveling up and down the east coast. A lot of people are having staff shortages. So let's bring that back a little bit later on. And I would like to know if you guys are having similar issues out there. As we know, a lot of people in restaurants and the whole industry, or lots of different industries that are currently affected by staff shortages. So we've got comments open again. Damn, still not getting comments are on this side. So drop a comment, say hi, let us know what you're doing. We'd like to let you know what's happened through our Byron trip, apart from the long drive and doing TikToks on a on a drive like this was kind of fun, but it was check out our TikToks if you want to have a look. We can drop that. Are we going to reveal our TikToks?
We've got to put more on the Core Success one actually.
And I believe a lot of people are still missing out on TikTok. So jump on the bandwagon now. If you are on there, drop your TikTok. It's in the comments. Yeah, you should be pointing because it's on your side.
That's right.
you point. Drop it in. Say hi. We'll add you. Add us. It'll be great to have you and talk. Let's talk about your businesses, because a lot of people are having these issues with staffing. And some of the things that we've been doing as well is going to the workspaces and dropping in to see what some workspaces are like. Some are very welcoming, some not even existing, some places non-existent. With even they are on Google Maps. So, but we are adding some workspace friends to the Core Success Network, and stay tuned on what we're going to be doing with them, because it's going to be really interesting. We've got Inex Hubs. It's called Inex Hubs by Luke from Luke. Could you pronounce the surname for me? It's Luke
Burrell. And
Burrell.
Excuse me if I put it wrong.
Us, because yes, look, Burrell and Burrell family up in Newcastle have recently joined. We've got Mel at the Foundry and Jack and Perry from Motive, and I'll be traveling down to Canberra soon and into Adelaide. That's a shock thing to add into the itinerary, just to bring in the whole East Coast and try and get some things happening and moving. So what did we get to do in Byron Bay? What was the biggest highlight for you as we drop into Byron Bay? What are your thoughts?
First, it was just that getting away into nature. Sometimes you forget so much how nice it is. You have to, and bringing yourself back. So it was great to get out. And I've only been to Byron once before, and that was many years ago. And I was trying to remember all the locations and where I'd been, but some really nice spots there, and it was interesting to see. There wasn't many backpackers, that was for sure. But the hotel was, it was some good music and good vibes going on there. People still going about their business. Met a few people there on business, and well, that's what we're joking before about. People ask, "What are you doing in Byron?" And it's, well, a bit of business and pleasure at the same time. A little from column A, a little from column B.
There's still also the stigma of going to do a few different things in Byron Bay, but we can talk about that later on. But yeah, what else did you find as a highlight? What do you find? What do you find the most interesting?
I guess I was referring it back to when I was last there, that it wasn't as busy as it has been. although there was a lot of traffic at one point there, but we felt it was roadworks, whatever it was, and trying to get out of a spot. It was that was right. It was the time. It was after we're like, oh, they're all starting after 10 up here, and that's when it was like getting sort of busy. So they've all gone out into the beach for a swim in the morning, and then getting down to business after 10. Yeah, so I guess that was it, and then obviously checking out a couple of workspaces, seeing what's around, what they're doing. As you said, some non-existent, and then some there just really laid back and got some amazing people who are very welcoming. So good to see, and that's what it was. It was just connecting and having conversations, seeing what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what did you find? What was your highlight?
My highlight, meeting people was always great, and just running into the unexpected was some of the things that I really like. But what you mentioned about nature, you can still hear it's a cross between a city that's starting to grow, except you can still hear some of the birds that you would hear in a lot of rainforests. Like what I believe I mentioned that to you when we were just in this one area where I could still hear some of the birds as if we're still in a rainforest. So just having a cross and a mix between this nature, this lifestyle that people have there made me really envious. The warmth and from not only the people, but it was warm. So perhaps the climate makes a big difference, because a lot of people aren't in that transition of complaining, it's cold, right? It's getting cold. Yes, I know it does get cold. We can't do anything about it. So let's just sort of move on. I'm going to move on from that comment because that's probably going to ruffle some feathers. The other parts is meeting people and running into the unexpected, as we've ventured out looking for some of the workspaces that are advertised that do not even exist. We've come to visit, and from recollection, I've sort of veered off thinking, oh, that looks interesting, and we've just connecting to many different people just by venturing out, right? It's sort of like a different way of knocking on doors instead of the old way of knocking at doors. Just, I like this. I ventured in, said hello, and it turned into a conversation that was really unexpected. Maybe if COVID was still such a big thing, I believe now COVID's starting to dissipate, no longer a big worry, and people are starting to become more welcoming and realizing that it's nothing to really fear about. So some of the things that we have been going through the last couple of years was the fear-mongering. So I'm going to call you out, politicians. The fear-mongering from you guys has been really nasty, and just because you're in fear yourselves, you should be as leaders and lead a country. So that's on you, and I'm calling you out on that. And moving on from that is that the people that we met was really, really, really great. It was quite a welcoming type of atmosphere. It's kind of similar to Scotty, like we in Sawtell. Remember when COVID was around, we thought, oh, people are still hugging and shaking hands. Well, what's the etiquette here? And they still had this vibe. It was great. It was good to meet up and to meet up with Joe as well. And Joe and Keith, we got to meet up with them that first night, and they said, "Oh, come to this coffee place." It was really, really lovely to suddenly go down. We go, "Oh yeah, we'll go down and have a coffee." You said it was a great coffee, and indeed it was a great coffee. And coming from someone like me who loves coffee, who will roast coffee beans right down to grinding the beans to making the coffee and making sure the right temperature and all these other things. Michael from Soul Kitchen loved the coffee, loved the beach. It's close to, it was Ray's at the beach or something. Don't quote me on that, but Ray's at the beach at Watergo's, wonderful place. wonderful place as you come down the hills, and as you come down, you see this beach and go, "Wow, great!" And then I can imagine how great it would be if the waves are kicking along, and then you've got this place where you can see all these places these carts and coffee carts all sprawled all throughout the area, except you come down this one area, it's pumping, right? He's telling stories, he's connecting, he's engaging. So these are some of the words that we'd like to keep. The energy was high because he was connecting, engaging with people, talking. The rest were engaged. He knew everyone by their first name as you come in. So that's one of the most feeling welcome to a place is some of the things I've learned, and the biggest highlight for me was meeting Michael, then meeting Helen with some of her artwork was great, right? So what did you get from that?
That was like you were saying before. I've still playing it back, and I want to do a great post on it. Took a few photos and things, and just to be invited there was an experience in itself. Because there'll be a stage where we put up some photos, and it's, I don't know, like you got to be there to experience it. And actually, it was really nice to be invited to the studio to check it out, because this artwork, I don't want to explain it, but you've got Greek ancestry. The thing that's on it was Greek background painting Aboriginal elders, and the connection was that, well, from the connection right down to the detail, and even explaining that it was a painting and artwork that had also these feathers and things on it, but even that every feather had its spot. She picked it up and knew every piece just knew exactly where. And I can't wait to share that out, because it was absolutely amazing. And that was totally unexpected. It just sort of just went with the flow, and but it was great. It was a great experience. So we hope to share more on that soon.
It was definitely like an unexpected part of the journey, where she even explains that when she's part of her story was when she got to meet this great elder from Uluru, and he has given his time and shared his knowledge about some of the things in the past, and then just some history of his own self and his own journey to then be able to capture every part of what he looks like. And from what I recall is she picked up a piece of bark as she was walking on some of the trails, or even off the beach, and she knew exactly where they fitted. It was like a little puzzle piece as she journeyed through wherever she was. She knew exactly where to put that piece. And that is exactly what life is to me. Life and business and the things that we currently do, everything's a journey, and we're walking through this big journey where we are finding the pieces from many different people, as well as things that we see and learn from. And that to me is what that's what captured me from what she does. It also something that we do ourselves, and something that we don't look at enough. And I love her story. So that's one of the stories as well, right? The other interesting one was just running into this one place and finding out she's what was it? Do you recall what it was? She was like the affiliated to, and then it's something else. So I'd like to have her on here as a surprise guest, because it'll be really interesting. I won't mention who she is, what she does, but she'll be another surprise guest. I'll try and speak to her next week and have a conversation around that. It would be really good to have her on here. Scotty, how's it going? And of course,
hey Scotty,
it was great to catch up.
Oh,
Are we both doing this?
yeah,
Oh, look at that!
we are.
Why are
Good
you
timing.
backwards? Why are you mirrored? Oh,
Hey? Oh,
look at that!
because I'm showing both sides of the system.
And on the way back, we got to see. Oh, there, Scotty.
Yeah, so that was good. That was yesterday on the way back. So nothing like a stop off in Sawtell, another amazing place. So thanks,
Really,
Scotty, for having us.
it's where it all started, right? Like, a lot of it started from the things when we first met, and when all of these things started, it started because of Scotty and the success hubs, and everything that he does. You guys need to get yourselves a copy of this. If you can stop by Sawtell, he'll probably sign it for you. I hope I didn't tread on anything there, Scotty. Let's get him to stop by. Have a conversation with Scotty, because he's got great, immense knowledge on many different things, from life experiences to business to everything that he does. Sure will. Yes, sure. He will sign. Stop over. Stop on over.
Well, while we're on the books, actually, Scotty caught up with Joe today, and while we're on the books, I just want to, Kate from the last State of Mind, Seeds of a Calling. Thanks, Kate. So we've got plenty of reading to do. But I thought I'd mention this one because this is Joe. Joe, I'm sure you'll watch this video later, and this is your copy. We'll see you again soon, and I need to get this copy to you.
Oh yeah, Joe should be coming back. Be coming back to Sydney, right?
Traveling,
and
yeah.
Just in case I haven't shown this one, I know there's more to read. Here's another book.
Oh, we'll need this one. Yes.
Here we go. It's all about habit or addiction. You know, that's another great read. So, guys, get on, have a look. We'll try and put some links up so you can get some information about all the books that we're currently reading. And what are you currently reading at the moment?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got this one, the Tim Ferriss Tools of Titans.
Now read us give us one thing that you've learned from it. One thing. What's one of the greatest things that you've learned from it?
Well, okay. So one of the greatest things is that if you do have ADHD, it's great because you can pick it up at any time and anywhere. You can flick to a spot, and it feels like you've just read something new. That's what I've learned. But it is great because it's just got. He's quoted so many different people on their journey and what have they done in business that has helped them get them to where they are. Just snippets. So it's just great to hear different snippets of what they've done and how it affected them and got them where they are. Some things mold in, some are totally different. But yeah, it's just reading a few and making my own story from it.
Did I put you on the spot?
No, I've got it all written down.
You've got it written down somewhere?
Here on this blank bit of paper.
It's a great piece of paper. I was just looking for some of the books I've got, but I was reading even the Stoics, and the things that you can learn. It's one day at a time. Sorry, guys, got to go.
Cheers, Scotty. No worries.
Cheers, Scotty. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping in.
Scotty, we've got you on next week. Thursday next week, we'll have him on State of Mind, so we'll talk about the book.
Yes.
Better start reading it.
There's homework. Okay.
Homework. The dreaded homework.
Was there anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, it was just the one thing was about good vibes. And remember at the coffee cart, it was all the Spanish people, and it was just nonstop music, and they were happy. it was just a I don't know, it was a different experience. So
it's playing in my head. There's a song that's playing in my head. Okay.
Anyway, so we're on the 20-minute mark. You waiting for me to say that?
It's the 20-minute mark, Andrew.
So anyway,
way too much
I think that.
So here we go.
That's it. But next week we'll have Scotty on mine, so can't wait to have him then.
Was it the
No, I heard something in the headset. It sounded like it disconnected.
Disconnected.
Anyway. Yeah, so we still got to work on our intro and outro.
Intro, outro. You've got it. Let's work on that.
We'll make a note of that.
Let's work on that. Make a note on that and send me a memo. And until next week, we'll have Scotty Schindler here on State of Mind to talk about the book and much more, because we've just been catching up, and there's just so much more to talk about, the things that's currently happening, where it's moving, where's everyone else moving, because hey, let us know how everyone is handling the staff shortages that's out there in hospitality, and it's sort of moving into many different areas. Love to know more. Send us some details. Until next week, stay tuned on State of Mind. Is that good?
Let's run with that. Got to run live.